Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Saba.
And today we're just doing a video on how we take our Instagram pictures. So we just have our tips and tricks on how we do that, how we edit.
So we both really like taking nice photos and making sure our Instagrams look really cute. So we just thought we would do a video on that and show everyone the process behind our Instagram feeds.
All of our Instagrams and everything will be linked down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the video. So when I'm taking pictures on my own, I like to do it in the morning just because I really like the lighting. It's softer and brighter. And then I kind of just set up my mirror from Walmart and I just move it around to wherever I think looks good in my room. So here it's literally just in front of a white wall. So I like how simple it is. And then I kind of just play around with my poses and what I think looks good and what doesn't look good. And you don't need to get too crazy with props or your backgrounds or anything. For room pictures, I think that it's fine to just be super simple with how you make your pictures, and I think it looks really good in the end.
So for my photos, similar to Jamie, I also like to take photos in the morning just because of the lighting. And I was just wearing a really casual outfit, and my mirror actually faces my bedroom. So what I do is I turn it around so it faces my white wall so I can have the white wall as my background. And then since my mirror is super skinny, I zoom in on all of my photos just to make sure that I don't get like the actual border of the mirror in the photo, or I don't get like any of the background stuff in my bedroom. Zooming in on the photo kind of gives off the illusion that like it's a wider space, which I kind of like. And I keep my mirror kind of distance from me. It's not super close so that when I do zoom in, it's not super close on like one area of my body. And then in this photo in particular, I was wearing a really casual outfit, so I thought my gold necklace and showing like my gold earrings would kind of dress it up a bit more, and the phone case I had on, because normally I just have like a clear one. I was using like a bit more of a fancy one, and that kind of just added like a nicer element to the photo.
And so for filler pictures, I like to just take whatever I have around me in the room. I like to choose whatever I think looks nice. I use filler pictures when we want to fill up our feed, and we kind of just like to make sure that the color of the picture just matches like the scheme of our feed. So for example, my feed is a lot of white.
And for me, in this particular one, I was using a photo of my plants and some books that I had as a filler photo. I chose to take photos of my plants because I like the pop of green. I thought that that would add a nice bit of color to my feed because my feed is very like white and clean and like bright. So I thought the pop of green would be really cute, and when I placed the plants on my desk, there was kind of a bit of space on the left side, so that's when I decided to push in the books.
So when we take pictures together, I like being on the left.
And I don't really have like a good side. I know that sounds silly because like all of my friends have a good side, but I kind of just go wherever.
Go with it.
Yeah.
I have to have my left side because my left side and my right side, I feel like are just different people. So if you know your side, like stick with that, especially with when you're taking a picture with a friend, because you don't want to look different.
You want to look.
You don't want to be disappointed when you see the picture. You want to like look like how you think you look like.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like don't really know what to do with their hands when they're taking pictures, and we definitely struggle with that as well. But I think that a really good way to like figure out what you want to do with them is having like a prop. So for example, in this picture, I had my little tiny bag with me, so I kind of just put it up. I was just holding my bag. I had it like hanging as well.
Since I didn't have like any props, I asked our friend who was taking the photo to tell me like what looked best with my hands, because I kind of didn't really know where to put them. I did a few with my hands just between my legs, but then I kind of wanted to move them around, and our photographer friend told me to just like cross my arm. And it's really important to also just ask the person who's taking the photo what looks best, because they're the ones who can see it obviously, and they know like what looks good and what looks like odd. So I was just asking him like where to put my hands, and it was very helpful.
And also I think it's good to like tell them what kind of picture you're going for so that they know how you want to look, so and then they can like tell you how to look based off of that. So I like taking pictures with laughter and movement. I feel like those are really interesting to look at. So in this picture we just laughed in them, like we had our photographer friend. He's not actually a photographer. He's literally just like, he just takes our pictures.
He takes all of our photos.
But we had him just like say something funny behind the camera, and then we ended up laughing, so it looked really natural. So I think being really candid and just natural in the picture is super important, and it really just adds to the picture and how interesting it looks. So when we took this picture, we just made sure to find a spot with a nice background. So here we liked all the foliage and like the greenery in it, and it was kind of towards sunset, so there was nice soft lighting but still bright enough to show our faces. Should we take more, or?
I like these. These are good.
Okay.
You could change the locale.
Not locale. So we take all of our photos of each other because we're usually always out together, and that's when we get our best photos. So we both have a saved folder on Instagram, which we'll talk about later when we go into our tips. But we basically, like we mentioned before, it's really important to know what kind of photo that you're going for, so that the person taking the photo of you really knows what you want to look like, and you can just gain inspo on how to pose, how to look for your photo, and that just really helps because you kind of have like a guideline to follow.
So in this picture, we just went into our saved folder and we found a picture that we liked, so we kind of just followed how it looked, and we just posed the same way as the person in the inspiration picture.
Like we said before, it's really important for the person taking the photo to tell you how it looks, so we usually like go back and forth in between taking a couple photos to make sure that everything just like looks right.
And also, since we've been taking pictures of each other like together for so long, I feel like the both of us already kind of know how each other want to look in our picture.
Whenever Jamie takes my photos, or anybody takes my photos, I always complain that I don't know how to smile properly. So like Jamie already knows that, so whenever she takes photos of me, we usually will take some without my face in it, or with me like, or she'll try to make me laugh so that like a natural smile comes out, because if someone just like tells me to smile for a photo, like I have a really hard time doing it. So we usually like maneuver around that. I normally don't take a lot of photos of like my face. I like more outfit photos. So that's how I work around that.
In this picture, I just went into Facetune and I picked a picture that I liked, so I like this one, and I kind of just whitened the walls in it because even though my walls are already white, I feel like it could be a bit brighter. And then after Facetune, I went into the Photos app, like just the one that's on your iPhone, and I kind of just went into the warmth setting and warmed it up a little bit, and then I went into contrast and contrasted a bit and made like some parts darker in the picture so that the white walls could pop.
So for when I edit my photos, I actually don't have Facetune, but I always send my photos to Jamie so she can whiten the walls. I do the same thing. My walls are white as well, but just brightening them up kind of just gives like a cleaner overall look. I also use the Photos app as well. I really just use the brilliance option as well as the temperature option. That's kind of all I play around with, just like to make the photo warmer or cooler and just to kind of brighten it up. Yeah.
So even though we do filler pictures by ourselves, sometimes we get a little lazy and we just go onto Pinterest and find a picture there, or sometimes we'll just be scrolling through Pinterest and we'll see a picture that we just like and we want it on our Instagram. So we just kind of go onto Pinterest, save the picture, download it, and then we'll post that picture.
So whenever we use filler photos, we typically archive them just because they aren't like the main photos that we want to be posting, just there to fill up the feed and make it look more full. So what we do is we'll post it, then archive it, and then put it back on our profile maybe 2 or 3 days later just so it shows up, but it's not like on everyone's timeline.
So we kind of talked about this earlier when we were discussing how we take our pictures, but like we said, we do have a saved folder on both of our Instagrams. So whenever we're kind of like scrolling through Instagram, we'll see a picture of someone or of something that we like. We like how they posed, we liked how they set the picture up or anything like that, or their outfit maybe. And we'll just save it to our Instagram inspo.
So we both use the app Planoly to plan out our feeds. Whenever we take a bunch of photos, we'll just choose the best ones and upload it onto there, as well as our filler pics. And sometimes we set up our feeds in advance, so we have like a couple pictures ready to be posted like within a week or within like a few days. Planoly just really helps us plan out how we want our feed to look, because you're able to move around all the photos and kind of position them how you want them to be, and it really just gives you like a look at what your feed is going to look like before you post all the photos, which is really helpful because from there you can kind of just gauge like what photos look best and like what don't really work.
That wasn't sponsored. We only have 100 subscribers.
It wasn't sponsored.
Planoly's not talking to us.
Unless.
And then our last tip is just keep it simple. Honestly, just do whatever you think looks good and makes you happy. But if you see like our feeds and you like the way it looks, we just like to keep it really simple. Just a white background, maybe a prop like here and there. The focus of our pictures are normally just our outfits or just like how we look that day or whatever is happening in the picture. So we try not to go too crazy with it, because I think that once you add in too many things into the mix, then it just looks either like trying too hard, or even though we're trying hard like now, because like this is like an Instagram fit tips video. It either looks like I guess too try hard, and you don't want to look like that. You want to try as hard as you can, but make it look like you're not trying hard.
That's the key.
That's the key. But yeah, just keep it simple, and I think that the rest kind of just follows, because simplicity is key.
But we think it's just like important, at least to us, to kind of have a nice Instagram feed, because we think that our Instagram pages are kind of like a reflection of us, of like what we like, who we are. It literally is us, because like we post photos of ourselves. And it's kind of like the first impression that someone has of you, not in real life obviously, but like if they come up on your page, that's the first thing they see. So we really like to keep it really simple, but still really put together, because it's really just a reflection of like us and our interests and what we like.
And it's just fun.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, we just like having our Instagram days where like we just take pictures. It's just fun.
It is.
So that was our video on our Instagram tips and tricks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
All of our Instagram links and other videos will be linked down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Also, let us know what other videos you want to see from us. We'll definitely film those. And
Have a nice day.
see you in our next video. Bye!